All right, gentlemen.
So Miriam, this is history class, and we're actually doing this today.
Is it alphabetical?
Can I quickly film it?
I like your headband.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, look funny, huh? Halloween. Happy Halloween. I'll show you later, Miriam, how I look.
What are you moving apart from Jeffrey? So that we can all be
Look at the ceiling. Oh, world in the ceiling.
No, come on, this is like, what is it? Like,
Gavin or us?
come on, you gotta like cut it out a little bit. And do the two-step.
What does this have to do with history? What does this have to do with history?
Philippines?
Sorry?
I don't really know.
Maybe-
Like the dance?
Is that he is referencing all about the base by Meghan Trainor as in imperialism and how we had bases all around.
Oh,
And we
okay.
trying to control
Right there, I can
and
put
take
a
over
loop.
other
You'll see that there's a
countries
box.
and lands.
Caroline,
Okay.
sorry, you're
Yeah,
Oh,
she
she,
was
I was interviewing her. Come back to it later. Finish.
So what was the question again?
Well, all about the base you explained. What are you doing now with this?
So we're doing a project on American imperialism and how we tried to, we infiltrated into Panama, Cuba, Philippines, and Hawaii, and basically how we tried to take over those and work it for our benefit. And we tried to do that, I guess.
And what are you making?
We're making a newspaper right now.
Okay.
And
Kind of propaganda?
Propaganda would have been like white man's burden or social downwardism. White man's burden was basically how they would tell everybody that they needed our help, that they needed to be culturized, and that was the propaganda. And then people basically believed that, and that's how we got everybody's
How do you know
support.
all this?
Mr. Scully.
He's also teaching like in front of the class and telling you all these things.
Yeah, basically he stands up here and he makes it interesting. He tells us a lot of, he does a lot of things. He relates it to like Meghan Trainor's song all about the base because there's bases all around. Basically we were going and trying to infiltrate other colonies, or not colonies, countries. But yeah, he tells us a lot and I just kind of absorb the information from that. And it's pretty interesting because, you know, you can see how a lot of the stuff, we have a lot of like antiques that he kind of like refers to. He'll bring up an antique like and says this is from this time, this is what they used for it, and he kind of makes a reference towards that as well. And it's really cool, so it's a great class to be in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a senior.
I'm a junior.
Junior?
Yeah.
right here, okay? King Kalakaua. You have a guest here at the Royal Palace to see you.
I want to start selling pineapples. I'm going to push you out of office unless you sign this constitution. I'll stab you with my bayonet.
Oh, okay. Okay, what is he doing, Will? What is he doing?
Stabbing his bayonet.
Literally? Will? Literally? Does he have a bayonet? Does he have a rifle?
He's threatening to.
He's threatening him.
I will do.
Wait, are you gonna sign? Really? Yeah, but you're going to do it that quickly? You don't get easy there. So what is he going to give up here, Michael? Matteo, my fine Italian, listen. You're going to give up your rights to the kingdom? Don't sign it, man. What's going to happen if you did sign it? He signed it. King Kalakaua signed the Bayonet Constitution. What does that do, Elizabeth Gillis? What does that do to poor King Kalakaua?
He's a note.
It doesn't give him much power.
It takes away his power. What is happening right here, Luke? What's happening to King Kalakaua? I can't even pronounce his name. What's happening to him?
Losing power.
Will he still be around? Or should we have him hit the floor? Does he die?
Wait, I mean he dies, but he's still gonna be around for a little while.
He's going to be around. He does die within 3 years of signing this Bayonet Constitution, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Who is the leader of Great Britain, the United Kingdom today? Queen Elizabeth II. Does she have parliamentary powers? So what is she? She's a figurehead. He's becoming a figurehead right here, right? He's losing his power. And it's going to, what league does this gentleman represent? The Hawaiian League, right? Which is a group of what? Marcus. Sanford Dole and the Hawaiian League. They're a group of what? Don't whisper to him. He knows it. Sanford Dole. Izzy, help him up. Sanford Dole represents the Hawaiian League, which is a group of what?
American.
American what? Say it. Say it. Farmers, growers, businessmen, okay? They're trying to make inroads into Hawaii, right? And the king's giving up his power, so he's going to become like a figurehead. And then he dies. I'm sorry, King Kalakaua. You die. You go away. Now, 1890, okay? He dies. And his sister will take over. Who are you?
I'm Queen.
It's a tough name to pronounce. She's had all her whole life to memorize her name. All right. So, is she going to be a figurehead as well? All right. She will be. She does try to put up some resistance to them, though, right? And she does try to organize. You want to try to organize
Organize.
a group to resist?
Yeah, I do.
Remember? Well, what ends up happening? In the end, what ends up happening? Disposed. Deposed. You mean deposed. Deposed is different than disposed. Disposed will throw her out with the trash. Deposed means she ends up being removed from power. 1893. And the Hawaiian Islands become what?
The territory of the U.S.
Annexed. A territory of the U.S. with a governor. Who becomes governor?
Sanford Dole.
Welcome! He is now a legitimized political leader, right? So now he is controlling Hawaii as the first governor of Hawaii. Queen Lulukalane, she's going to have to spend the rest of her days in a palace, but she is a mere figurehead. And Sanford Dole has the real power. Congratulations. Anyone want to get a picture of this? This is the transfer of power. No? Go ahead, Izzy.
Okay, got it.
All right. When does Hawaii become officially become a state of the United States?
1950 something.
1959. Good. Now this brings up another issue, right? It brings up the issue of a state when they were a territory, before they were a state, right? So Hawaii was a territory from 1893 until 1959. Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S. now. All right? And it's been so since 1898. Every couple of years it comes up that Puerto Rico is going to vote to become the 51st state. You guys in favor of that? Would you guys would you like Puerto Rico to become the 51st state?
No, it was like 51 states. That just sounds.
Really? So it's all just about the number? It's not convenient for us? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think it would work because it's.
Why?
It wouldn't like be a part of.
It works with Hawaii, right?
Puerto Rico's a mess.
What do you mean? It's your fault, first of all, Sanford, if it's a mess. Why is Puerto Rico a mess?
There's just like a lot of drugs in my.
There's a lot of drugs here.
Well, still, it's
There's
like,
probably more drugs here than in
it's just
Puerto
gonna make
Rico.
the US worse.
Well, let's hold on, let's tackle this. Why do you think Puerto Rico is a mess?
Because they're in a ton of debt.
They're in a ton of debt,
They're like in poverty.
they're in poverty. Yeah, listen, driving around Puerto Rico, it's kind of scary. There's a beautiful section of Puerto Rico, which is the old San Juan, Puerto Rico. But then there's some parts of it where there's really abject poverty, right? I mean, really bad. And that's because a lot of the Caribbean islands, when they were taken over by European powers, they were introduced with slavery, right? And so you had the very poor, and then you had the wealth of that island nation being taken out by imperialist powers. So they were left in poverty, all right? It is, I mean, I've gone to Puerto Rico, I've seen what it's like firsthand. It's not pretty. However, if you were Puerto Rican, right, would you want to become the 51st state?
Yeah.
Why? What's the benefit of becoming a
Because you
state?
get to become a US citizen.
They already are.
So wait, you're saying that Puerto Ricans are not U.S. citizens?
Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Well, I'm asking you.
No, they are.
Interesting.
I don't think there's benefit because like for the like economy, like they're not getting taxed like go back then. I don't know, like so like they can trade pretty.
That's a big part of it, okay? So every couple of years, Puerto Rico takes a vote on whether or not to become the 51st state. And they always typically strike it down. And here's why. Because they actually have the best of both worlds in that regard. They don't have to pay the federal taxes, but they have the protection of the United States. Okay? So they are a territory of the United States, therefore they are U.S. citizens, but they do not, they are not one of the states. So they're a territory of the U.S.
Wait, so they don't have to pay federal taxes?
Right.
So doesn't federal taxes pay for the government?
The protection of them, right? So it's kind of, but it's one of those things with territories. That's why we would prefer maybe that they become a state, but they have voted against it.
So like for us, like we yeah, like what you're saying, like, if they become a state, then we get money for like money that we're not getting right now. They do the same thing.
Right.
But then like wouldn't we probably like spend more money on them if they're a state to try to get them back into like out of poverty? Because I think it'd just be weird for one of our states.
Potentially. I mean, you know, what's interesting is some businesses locate themselves in Puerto Rico because they get tax benefits to being there too. Our company, Bristol Myers Squibb, has located a plant there for that purpose because they get a big tax break to be there.